Welcome to the November edition of the Transatlantic Housewives. I've got all dressed up for you, and do you like my sprout? My sprout hat. I've had this years and I love it. I get it out every year. Everybody else in the family says it's ridiculous, but it's Christmas. And everybody eats sprouts at Christmas. Right, I've had a bit of a mishap. Apart from dropping the rolling pin, I couldn't get the ice to crush in my crusher because, as you know, this is a November edition of the Transatlantic Housewives, and Marie set us a challenge, you know, Busy Bee Marie, of making another cocktail, which is yummy. I love doing that. Wrapping a present with oven gloves on, I'm not too sure about that, and then answering your questions. So I've tried to crush the ice with the cocktail in my little, you know, I've got a little blender thing, but it didn't work. So I've put it in here, and if all else fails, use the rolling pin. So I'll put it in a plastic bag. There we are. All crushed. Well, it might be a bit lumpy. Let's just have a few more bashes. Right, that's getting ready for me making the cocktail. Now, in this video, well, not in this video, but the Transatlantic Housewives this month are Busy Bee Marie, formerly UK girl, Bee and Penny Bee, who was in the first video, and then we've got some new ones. We've got Maria Crocker, we've got Jen, who's from Good Home, good with an E at the end, and we've got Tracy Jane. So they've all got YouTube channels, and I'll link them all at the end. So I'm hoping that you'll go across to their channel and watch their videos, see how they do. Probably won't be as rubbish as mine. But anyway, so I've crushed the ice, and I'm going to, oh, that needs a bit more banging. Oh, I nearly cracked my dishes. Why did I do that? Right. So I'm making this cocktail up, and I'm going to call it the Transatlantic Bombshell, because I just wanted to use things that we've got in. And I like that one with ginger beer last month. So I bought a new cocktail shaker, courtesy of Aldi sale. So let's hope I don't spill this time. So I'm going to have it rum based. So I'm going to put a measure of rum in. Oh, so you can't see what I'm doing, can you? A measure of rum. Then I'm going to put some ginger beer in. I'll put the grenadine in last after I've shook it. So I'll tell you if it's nice. Then I'm going to, put the ice in. Where's the ice? Excuse my hands, I have just washed them. So I'm putting the lid on. Move that out of the way. Oh, I put the wrong thing on. Now try not to. Do I look like Tom? Oh, it is leaking again. Why did it do that? Do I look like Tom Cruise? I need a leak-free shaker. Only if you're supposed to drink it out of that glass. That'll have to do, because I can't be doing any more. So here, I'm pouring it out. Well, that was a good measure, wasn't it? And then I'm going to trickle the grenadine around the edge of the glass and see what happens. looks pretty good, look. What do you, oh, I'm spilling that. What do you think of that? I'll have to drink it. It's yummy. Oh, I'm pouring it away. I've not had any before, honestly. I really like it, and I've made it up. So we're going to call it a transatlantic bombshell. So, I might put the extra bit in there. It's alright, that apart from it leaked. Right, so this is the first part of the challenge. Then the next part is wrapping a Christmas present up with oven gloves on. And then the third part is I'll be answering the questions that we've got. You know, I'll get the jar out and do the questions again. I better have a drink before I do the... That's lovely. Do you know, I think I like ginger beer as a base for a cocktail. It is really refreshing. Here's to the transatlantic bombshell. Right, I've got to try it. I keep putting off trying to do that present. I'll just have to clear some space on my unit. Right, so here I am with my oven gloves and my present. Oh God. So I have cut a piece of paper off the roll. I don't know whether it'll... Oh. I'm not going to be doing any artistic thing. It'll just be quickly wrapped. Right, I've got a bit of sellotape there, can you see? Oh, this isn't as bad as what I thought. I should have timed myself, she says. I'm not putting any pretty bows on or anything. Marie, where'd you get these ideas from? Oh God. It was easier before. Oh, I'm ripping it. I wonder if you can use your mouth to do it. I can't even move. Oh! I've lost my sprouts. This is not very good. Where's the sellotape gone now? Just hang on while I get the sellotape. I'll have to take my gloves off while I get the sellotape. Oh, it's there. Hang on. There's no way I can unravel this sellotape with. You know what I did? Do you know what I did? I bought some double-sided sellotape off Amazon. I thought, oh, that'll make it easier. Can I find it? You know what? As soon as I finish the video, I'll find it. Oh, do you know, sellotape drives me mad. You can never find the end of it. Bet you're glad you're not receiving this present. Right. I've got some sellotape here. Oh, God. I thought the first bit was easy. I keep wanting to take my hands out to do it. I should have got glue, shouldn't I? Oh, God. Marie, where'd you get these ideas from? Look, I've got sellotape stuck to my oven glove now. Right. Here we go again. Oh, I can't turn the sellotape over with my glove. Oh God, it's all stuck to the oven glove now. Right, I just need one more bit of sellotape, I think. It's not very neat. I bet Marie's is a work of art. And I think a friend, Jen, I think she's very good at crafting. Ta-da! Off with the gloves. It's not very good. And I don't want to do that again. Marie, oh, do you know, I'm so glad it's filmed. If I had to go through that filming it again, I don't know. So, bottoms up. I like these transatlantic bombshells. Right, moving on to the questions. I'll go in my other room for the questions because my son will be coming home soon. He probably wants to make his tea. He'll wonder what this present is wrapped up in a fashion. Well, I've got an extra pair of oven gloves now. Right, I'll see you in a minute in my other room. No, I was just thinking, this lipstick's really good. It's that ZZ lipstick. I don't know that I showed it yet. I think I showed it in the Christmas gift video. It's been on since this afternoon. I've never touched it up. Isn't that amazing? It is for me, honestly. Right, I've got the questions here. Or some of them anyway. We may all have different questions because it just depends on what our subscribers. I'll just turn that a little bit so you can see my tree. I've got a new Christmas tree. It's pre-lit. It's so much easier. Right. I'm not into a designer Christmas tree of all the designer colours. I just throw everything on it, you know. Right. I'll have to get... I've had to put them in this vase because I couldn't find the jar I normally use. So I'll mix them all up. Might be a long video, this. Right, let's see what the first question is. What do I like least about Christmas? The washing up, really. The clearing up. I love Christmas, I really do. And it's sort of tinged with sadness for us because my husband died at Christmas. He died on the 17th of December. And then his birthday was on the 22nd. But he wouldn't have wanted us to be miserable at Christmas because we all, well, I love Christmas. So the worst thing is I love doing all the cooking and I love the entertaining bit. But I hate it when there's loads of washing up and people sort of say they'll do it, but they don't always do it all. But I'm sure they will do. And the other thing I don't like is when you sat down and you've done all the work and one thing and another, everybody's falling asleep because they've all eaten and drank and you've been busy working. So but most things about Christmas I love. Oh, I do like me sprouts. If you want to get ahead, get a sprout. I've never seen another one of these. Best Christmas present. Oh, what's the best Christmas present? Well, I'd say the best Christmas present I ever had was my son because he was born, well, he was born on the 29th of December, just after Christmas, but I was pregnant all over Christmas. It was awful, really, because he was due on the 19th and he was 10 days late. So, of course, everybody kept ringing me up and saying, are you still here? I felt a failure. Are you still here? And nobody knew what to do at Christmas, you know, because they didn't know whether I'd be in hospital or at home or what. So, but it definitely was the best Christmas present. Are you listening, Ian? Right, what's the next one? I'll go right down and put. Am I buying from Booze? Am I ordering from Booze again this year? You know, Booze Supermarket. It's a lovely supermarket and the food is lovely, but last year I had a disaster. You probably heard. Let me just have a quick slurp of my Transatlantic bombshell. Matches my glasses. Well, it was a fiasco when you had to go into Booth and I just sort of show the receipt somewhere and they'd give me the stuff. No, you had to go upstairs and give the receipt in and then they said you've got to go downstairs then after and because I paid a deposit, I'd have paid for it all. I don't know whether I paid for it all, or I think I might have paid for it all. I don't know. I think I have paid for it all. And you had to go downstairs, and you had to go over to this other section, which was packed in booze. You can imagine Christmas Eve, and wait there while they brought it down. Well, a couple of things were missing, which was really annoying. So what I thought was going to be a smooth and easy operation took ages. So they had to go away and get them. So they trailed upstairs or what have you. So I stood there. So I thought, I eventually got my box of stuff, and I thought, oh, that's brilliant. You know, I'll go now. They said, oh no, you've got to take it through checkout. I said, but I've got the receipt here. I've paid. They said, yeah, but everything's got to be scanned out. So I had to queue up in the queue with all these people. I mean, it was so disorganised. And even the lady at the till said it was like this last year. And it's a shame because the food is good, but it's put me off. I mean, I will buy things from there. I mean, I bought that ham from there the other week. I will buy things, but I'm definitely not ordering anything for Christmas. Sorry, Mr. Booth, but you need to get your act together on the Christmas ordering. Right, next question. Put my glasses on to see them. Biggest Christmas tree I've ever seen. Well, it must be the one at the Rockefeller Center in New York. Years ago, I keep going on about doom and gloom, don't I? But when my husband was ill, his two sisters came to look after him for a weekend while my daughter and I went for a break to New York. He always wanted us to go. And so we went to New York and we saw with terrible weather to be truthful, but the Rockefeller Christmas tree is enormous. How on earth they I suppose they've got cranes and that to put the Christmas decorations up, but it was enormous and it was beautiful, you know. Right, next question. It's going to be a long video, I think, somehow. I keep saying that, don't I? Can't read my writing on this. Oh, the worst event that I remember at Christmas. Well, I won't say any more about my husband. That was the worst. But obviously, the other worst thing was many years ago. Well, it will be many years ago because you remember the day. I don't remember the date, but it was Boxing Day, and my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, had gone to Thailand and their son. For the holiday, and of course it was the day of the tsunami. So my husband's other sister came round and said, have you heard the news? Well, we hadn't had it on, you know, because we were busy doing things. So we ended up all day there watching the horrible thing on the TV and also trying to get in contact with them because none of us knew where they were staying. Anyway, we did eventually find out where they were staying. I don't know how my sister-in-law found out. I'm not sure she didn't ring the travel agent. I don't know how she found out. And we rang through and they were in another part. I think they were in Koh Samui or something like that. And they didn't even know there'd been a tidal wave. You know, they said, what's all the fuss about? So they must, you know, we'd seen it, but they didn't know. So that was the worst event at Christmas. We were all day Boxing Day, really worried about them. Right. Put my glasses on to read it. Oh, what present did I really want as a kid? Well, as a child, the thing I can remember the most is when I lived in Halifax, at the end of this street where my nana lived, there was a paper shop. And in this window, there was a doll, and it was a teenage doll. I don't know. I mean, now it's nothing. It's probably like before a Barbie, but it had a bust. And I always remember it had a white t-shirt and a red rah-rah skirt, you know. So, and I looked at that doll, loved that doll. I loved it. I just kept going and wanting that doll. It was only about that big. Actually, I've still got it in the loft, but I don't think it's got any arms on now. But anyway, I love that doll. Anyway, I did get it for Christmas, so that was nice, you know. So I did, you know, so that was a nice surprise. I'd have probably been heartbroken if I hadn't. Now, you see, they'd just get a doll as an extra, wouldn't they? Disappointing presents. Have I ever had a present? Well, yes, when I was younger, my mum was a widow, and I knew she bought me I mean, I would be in my teenage years, I would think. And I knew she brought me an electrical item for my birthday, for Christmas. And I thought it was a record player. I was so excited. I thought, I'm sure I've got a record player. Anyway, it wasn't a record player. It was like a second-hand hairdryer, which, you know, it's probably all my mum could afford, you know. But I was really, really disappointed, you know. So, but, you know, when you look back, she really struggled. So, but anyway, I had dry hair. Do you know, it's funny talking about dry hair. I remember that I use heated rollers a lot, and the first pair I ever had, my auntie bought me, and she always used to buy, my auntie Mavis always used to buy like my first pair of stockings and my first bra. She bought all that. She was my godmother. Anyway, she bought me these heated rollers, and it was a plate that you attached to an iron. You plug the iron in, and the plate had got all prongs on with the rollers on, and you plug the iron in, and the iron heated up the rollers. That was before the electric rollers. They worked. Favourite Christmas film? Well, my absolute favourite Christmas film is Miracle on 34th Street. I love it. And I like the old version, the black and white version, and the new version. Absolutely. It's my favourite film. I absolutely love it. I watch it every Christmas. I adore it. Oh, I've only got 2 questions left now. So we're moving on. First memory of Christmas. You know, it's funny that question's come up because I was talking to my cousin last week and I said, I can't remember that many Christmases when I was young. I don't know why. I can't really remember them. I can remember that we used to stay overnight at my grandma's, my nana, and I can remember, well, I found out afterwards it was my dad came in with my granddad's red dressing gown saying it was Father Christmas, because my mum had said she'd seen the sleigh on the roof, you know, like you do. And I was so scared, and that was sort of the first thing I remember, but I can't remember many more, you know. So when I was young, I don't know why. You know, I have lots of memories of when I was young, but I can't particularly remember the Christmases. You think you would, wouldn't you? I remember the doll. Right, this is the last one. Do I do anything special on Christmas Eve? Oh, there was another one actually, my routine for Christmas Day. Oh, do you know, so hard. Christmas Eve, well, usually I'm busy sorting things out, or but we usually go to church. I don't know whether we will be doing this year with the COVID, because there's a lot of COVID about at the moment. But we normally go to church, and it's lovely that we go to the family service, which is about 6 o'clock. I think it's 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Years ago we used to go to the midnight one, but we prefer the family one, and there's always donkeys outside. Somebody, you know, like a donkey sanctuary goes down with the donkeys, you know. So it's really, really nice. I do really like it, and then afterwards we usually go to the pub. But I'm not sure whether we will be doing this year, so watch this space. Right, the other question that I remembered now that I was asked was, what routine do I have Christmas Day? Well, I like to do a lot of preparation beforehand, and if you want to do some Christmas preparation, watch Helen Mary Jo's video of her preparing a food for Christmas. It's amazing. I mean, I have always done something similar, but she was really well organised. I mean, I always we like cauliflower cheese, so I always make a big tray of that and a big tray of roast potatoes. Although sometimes I do dauphinoise potatoes the past few years, but I think I'm going back to roast this year. And you know, I try and prepare as much as I can beforehand. And anyway, when we get up Christmas Eve, well, my husband always used to make bacon barn cakes while we were opening the presents. And my son's continued to do that, the son that lives at home. But of course, like, my family's moved on now, so there's only myself and my son at home. My other 2 have got their own homes. So I probably will see my daughter first thing. She usually comes round first thing, and then they're coming and we have a Bucks fizz, you know. like that Bucks Fizz that you buy. It's only cheap and it's not very alcoholic. And then they'll all come round for the Christmas dinner, you know. Trouble is, they all eat all the dinner, don't they? And then we've got some games. I've got a couple of new games this year. I like to buy a game, but we'll see how we get on. But the trouble is, they're all like, when you finish and you're ready to sit down because you've done all the dinner and everything, everybody's falling asleep and wanting to go home. So anyway, we'll see. Anyway, that's the end of the questions. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's only a bit of fun. A few of us get together and having a bit of fun, you know. We hope you like it. So we are going to do a November one, and I think the November one's theme is Come Down With Me. So watch out for that one. So after you've seen this video, if you stuck it out till the end, I think it's quite long. If you pop over to Busy Bee Marie and have hers, will be amazing, I'll tell you now, because she's so talented at doing all this. And then pop along to the other girls. I'll put all the links in. It's Simply Penny B. Oh no, B and Penny B. Tracy Jane, Maria Crocker, and then she's called, I think her channel's called Good Home, but it's Jen. So pop along to their channels, and I'm going to go now because I need to get the sprouts off. Usually you get the sprouts on, but I'm getting them off. Anyway, if you've not subscribed and you'd like to subscribe, please do. Okay, bye.